Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of the day it is. Welcome to Miss Perkins Literature Class. It is so nice to have you here today as we begin a new week of lessons. So let's get started. So this week, our focus is on main idea and supporting details. But before we get there, we're going to have a little bit of a journey to make sure that when we do get there, that our learning is solid. So hope you're ready to begin. Our learning target is I can identify supporting details in nonfiction text. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take that learning objective and we're going to hone in on what do we need to know first. The first thing that we need to have a review of is nonfiction text. So when we think of nonfiction text, we think of, what do you think it is? Okay, nonfiction text, people, events, ideas, and places are real. They really happen. These are a real person like President Barack Obama or the Dallas Cowboys football team. Events, the coronavirus, what's happening right now in our world. Ideas, technology is about to expand like no one's business. Places, real places are where you are, where I am. Those are real places, okay? So when we think of nonfiction text actually sometimes looks very different from what you would see in fiction text. So sometimes in nonfiction text, you see these different text features. So captions, illustrations, graphs, charts. I'm starting from the bottom to go up so I can keep you on your toes. Images, italicized words, bold print, subheadings, and headings. So we see these text features here. So when I think of text features, I think of just like we have features on our face that stand out. So our nose, our mouth, our ears, our eyes, those are all things that stand out. You have those same features that stand out, not the same, but there are features that stand out in text, right? And so those features, not the eyes and nose and mouth like you would see on our face, but they have features that stand out, the headings and the subheadings and the bold print and italicized words, those words that are written like in a little slant, with a slant. Images, graphs, you will see all of those things in nonfiction text. You also see charts, right? And we see captions and we have images, okay? So those are all things, features that pop out on nonfiction text that we don't really see in a fiction text. So I could take a book and not look at the title, or I could take two pieces of text and I could just look at a text and say, this is nonfiction, this is fiction. I can make that prediction without really doing any reading because I know what text features stand out in nonfiction text, okay? Also, I can look at the title or the heading and make that prediction too, right? So as good readers, those are things that we do before reading. We can just look at a text and we can make those guesses, those predictions. All right, so now we're moving on to the meat and the potatoes of today's lesson. And the meat of the potatoes are paying attention to identify, thinking about supporting details, right? And what are supporting details? So that's where we're starting today. So we first need to analyze our critical vocabulary words. These are essential, important. We can't live without them in order to know our lesson and be successful, right? So we have to know these words, and our essential, important vocabulary words are fact and opinion, supporting details, and main idea. So a fact is information that can be proved by checking in a book, through observing, which means we're watching, just by watching something, or experience. Opinion is someone's view, beliefs, or feelings about something. Supporting details information that supports, defines, or explains the main idea. And then main idea is the main point of a text, who or what a text is about. All right, so before we go into, we have to work this out in stair steps, okay? So we first looked at nonfiction text. What is it? Now we're looking at supporting details and the different types that you can have. So today we're going to focus on fact and opinion, and those are two types of supporting details that we can look for in order to determine the main idea of a text. So that's the direction that we're going in. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to look at identifying facts, right? So when you identify facts, you want to look for sentences with specific information. And you want to ask yourself, can this be checked? Can we look in a book and find this information? Can we search online? Can I ask someone about this information? If it can be verified, proven, then it's a fact. So an example is Abraham Lincoln was 6 feet and 4 inches tall. I can look that up. I can go to the encyclopedia and look that up. I could do a Google search and look up how tall was Abraham Lincoln, and that makes it a fact, right? Something that can be looked up. Now, does it necessarily have to be a true fact? Absolutely not. We can go and we can say that Walmart was built in 2020. Well, we know that we've been going to Walmart for some years now. So we know that that's not true, but can we go look it up and prove it? Is it something that can be proven? All right, so that's fact, and we're going to do some practice. So bear with me. A fact statement can be verified. You can do some research. Is it research based? Do you see numbers and dates? Do you see graphs and charts? Those things are indications that it is a fact. Now, identifying opinions, a little different. You want to look for sentences with a writer's or person's feelings, beliefs, or thoughts. So you want to ask yourself, do I see words or phrases that show someone's opinion? For example, that's the worst sandwich ever. All right, well, I know that that's an opinion statement because I see the word worst, right here. And then it says ever. And even though that sandwich may be peanut butter with um, marshmallows and pickles and mustard, and it might be a terrible tasting sandwich, but to someone else, they might enjoy it. So when they said worst, that's based on someone's feelings. That's not a fact. It was very scary and dangerous. Scary, dangerous, those are also words that describe someone's feelings. Okay? All right, so let's go on. Opinion clue words. If you see these words on the page, remember the first thing that you want to do is you want to skim your text and just get a good understanding of what it is that you're about to read. So if I see words like should and could and would and think, and I see descriptive adjectives like pretty or funny, if I see phrases like in my opinion or adjectives with the ER or EST at the end, I know that chances are, probably, always, that these are opinion statements. Okay? All right, so let's go and let's practice looking for facts and opinions. So the prettiest land-dwelling creature is the cheetah. So I'm going to look for some fact clues, things that I can prove. And then I'm going to look for some opinion clue words, words that show feelings, beliefs, thoughts. Do you see what I see? I see, that's right. I see the word prettiest, and prettiest is based on someone's feelings. That is not a fact because I may think it's the prettiest land animal, but someone else may say the lion is, the tiger is. So that is based on someone's feelings. So that is an excellent opinion. Next one, the Eiffel Tower was built between January 1887 and March 1889. I'm looking for my fact and opinion clue words. Oh, I see clues. I see dates. And anytime you have a date, that's right. It is a fact statement. Good job. Next one. LeBron James should be recognized as the greatest basketball player of all time. Clues. Fact or opinion? Ooh, I see 2 clues in there. All right. That's right. Excellent job. Greatest is a clue word. There's one before greatest. What was it? Excellent. The word is, the clue word is should. Good job. The history of ballet began in Italy during the 15th and 16th centuries. Fact and opinion clue words. I see 2. Oh, I see. Yes, I see clue words. All right, so what do you see? What do you see? What clues do you see? Excellent job. I see a place, Italy. I see 15th and 16th centuries, right? We can look those up. So let me rewind. We can go, we can Google, when did the history of ballet begin? And we can find out if 15th and 16th century, did it really happen then, right? But that's a factual statement, because even if it didn't happen in 15th, 16th century, it's still a factual statement because we can look it up to prove it. Red cars look cooler than cars that don't have any paint on them at all. Cooler. Excellent. You found it. You were quick. You guys are getting this. Cooler is right. So that makes it an opinion statement. Good job. All right. So what I'm going to have you do is, now that we've done a little bit of a review on fact and opinion, I want you to grab a sheet of paper, some colored pencils, whatever it is that you want to draw with. And what we're going to do is we're going to stop, drop, and write. Now, I'm going to make a correction actually while we are on here, because we know that when we have items in a series, we have to add our commas. Bam. Okay, so you're going to stop, drop, and write, and you are going to create, it could be a notes page, it could be an anchor chart, but I want you to draw an anchor chart, notes page, and I want you to think about what we've discussed so far. So we've discussed nonfiction text, we've discussed fact and opinion. Okay, so I want you to take some time, pause me, go get what you need to get, snack, drink, pen, paper, color pencils, marker, whatever it is that you want to use. And pause me and unpause me when you are ready to move on with our lesson. All right, so I got to put on our art music, our thinking music. In a second. All right. It's coming. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back and we are ready for round 2. So let's practice analyzing supporting details. Now you might ask yourself, why did I change? This is my workout gear because you can't be scared in this next section. This is going to take some big muscles to handle what we're about to do. All right, make sure you got your muscles on. Oh, oh. All right, so let's start with the next part. We are looking at for 2 things. So remember in the beginning, I told you about we're going to do supporting details or analyze supporting details in order for us to identify main idea. So we are about to do a heavy lift. So I hope that you're ready. Get the muscles right. Hope they're ready. All right. So during this part of the lesson, what we are going to do is we're going to read these statements and we're going to determine whether or not it's a factual statement or an opinion statement. And then after we go through these, we're going to come back and we're going to say, I predict that the main idea of the text will be, and bam, I bet you will know the main idea of the text. So let's get started. So, number 1, about 48% of households in the US own dogs and 38% own cats, according to the American Pet Products Association. Let's see what clue words we can find. I see 48% of households in the US. I see 38%. I see according to the American Pet Products Association. So I can say that this, without question, is a, drumroll please, fact. Number 2, cat lovers argue that their pets are easier to care for than dogs. Let's look for those clue words. What do we see? I got it. I'm ready. You guys ready? Do you see it? Hey, drum roll. This is an opinion statement because I see the clue word easier. Cat lovers argue that their pets are easier to take care of, right? Or to care for. That's someone's opinion because that is based on their feelings. Excellent job, audience. You guys are on a roll. Number 3, go ahead and read number 3 to yourselves. And I want you to think about, what clues do you see? What clues do you see? Fact clues or opinion clues? Oh my goodness, you guys are rolling. Absolutely, we see numbers there, right? Cat owners spend $300 to $800 less per year than dog owners do. That's right. There's another clue there. American Pet Products Association. We can look that information up. So that makes it those clues are indicators that that is a statement that is factual. Good, right? We can check it. We can see, we can verify it. Anything that we can look up is a fact. All right. Now, my numbers are a little off here. I don't know what happened to this slide, but we're going to do the same thing. Dogs are more social and affectionate than cats. Clue words. What clue words do you see? Excellent job. Yes, more social and affectionate. That is based on someone's feelings. So that makes it an opinion statement, right? Because you may think that your dog is more social and affectionate, but I had a cat, her name was Medina, and you walked in the door and Medina was jumping on your leg like she was a little dog. So, and she was very affectionate. So she was social. She didn't care who you were. When you walked in, she was confused. She thought that she might have been a dog potentially, I don't know, or maybe her other family members were like that, but she would jump on your leg. So she was social and affectionate. So that is based on their feelings. So that is a, come on, opinion. All right, number 2, plus scientists who studied the brains of both animals determined that dogs are smarter than cats. Fact or opinion clue words? What do you see? Hmm. Good. Excellent. It says scientists who study the brains. Scientists. There was a brain study. Can we look that up? Yes, we can. And so that makes it a drum roll, please. Excellent. Fact. Good job. All right, so now let's go back through here one more time. And what you are going to do is you're going to listen as I read these to you. Actually, I'm not going to read them to you. You guys are big kids. You can read this on your own. So I'm going to leave the slide here for a minute while you read and think about what could this text be talking about? What could be the main idea of the text that we're about to read? Because these are all supporting details that come straight from the text that we will be reading tomorrow. All right, so we're not going to discuss it yet. I'm not going to ask you to give me your predictions right now because I wouldn't be able to hear you anyway. But anyway, what you're going to do is you are going to give you a link. Oh gosh, I gotta start it up. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Okay, so what you're going to do, we're not going to do that. What you're going to do is just have your prediction in your brains about what do you think the main idea of the text we're about to read is going to be. All right, and then for your practice, I have included a choice board, a link for a choice board, and you are going to complete a task from each column of your choice board. Okay, and the activities that are there reinforces what we've learned today. So great job with your heavy lifting. That skill, all of those skills was not for the weak at heart. So, and know that if you didn't get it today, you'll get it tomorrow, get it Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, because we will just keep building and emphasizing and reinforcing. And you guys are amazing. And I look forward to seeing each one of you tomorrow. Bye.